Hey there my meaty friends, this is Reed aka CarnivorousChef, and welcome to this video presented by me and the giant zit on my forehead. I know if you're like me, you go to the Chinese buffet and you're like, oh my god, cream cheese Rangoon, what am I doing with my life? I need a whole plate full. It was the best thing on the bar in my opinion, still is, besides chicken on a stick. And I don't like to take advantage of either one, but I will say that the creaminess and crispiness of the cream cheese Rangoon always keeps me coming back. In this recipe, I wanted to keep it as close as possible to the original without sacrificing too much in the way of flavor or texture. So if you miss these creamy and chewy little bites of deliciousness, here's your chance to make them again. Before we get started, I'm gonna get you to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share this video with all your friends if you think they'll like it, and most of all, I hope you enjoy it. All right, let's get started. For this recipe, you're going to need cheese on cheese topped with some crab meat. I've pondered the best way to replace egg roll wrappers for a while now. I've even gone as far as trying to make an egg roll wrapper batter, but to no avail. Let's go ahead and get our filling out of the way. In a bowl, add in 4 ounces of cream cheese, waterfall about 4 ounces of lump crab meat. Claw meat is acceptable here too, but not as delicious. We will want to add some flavors to this in the form of onion powder, about a half teaspoon worth. Follow this up with a 1/4 teaspoon of granulated garlic, and 2 teaspoons of real Worcestershire sauce. Mix this with a rubber spatula or by gloved hand until everything is homogeneous. I'm using the Worcestershire sauce to add a bit of sweetness that you usually get from the American Chinese buffets. This is also the reason that I didn't add any salt. The cream cheese should provide just enough, but feel free to taste and sprinkle any in if you want. Now that that's taken care of, we can go ahead and start making these things. Here I have some provolone cheese slices that are round. Feel free to use the square variety. These are just what I had in my direct reach. Place a non-stick pan over medium heat and allow it to get warm. The idea for this is pretty similar to how you'd use normal egg wraps. I'd go ahead and grab a spatula as well. I threw my cheese on the pan expecting a sizzle, but all I got was a sad sound of silence. The idea is just like making cheese tortillas, except you don't want to flip them. Using your spatula, start scraping up the edges to ensure that they aren't stuck. This will take a bit more time to happen than you think, but once you're able to pull up half the cheese from the pan, we could take a nice sized dollop of our crab cheese and place it in the middle. Fold this and press it in. The first one is never perfect, so come just a little closer and I'll show you one more. Alright, now that you're here, I need to tell you something. The code to the basement is 12687373. When you get down there, you'll be approached by a man named Charles. He will give you a key to a storage unit that's located in St. Paul, Minnesota called Big Bunny's World of Stores and Ages. Slide the key under door 69 and the rabbit will slide an envelope back under the door. Bring this to me and I'll tell you what it says in the comment section. And we're done. I'd say this definitely covers the basis of crispiness. I wanted to dress these up in a nice food tuxedo, so I topped them with some green onions and a fancy little swoosh of sriracha on the side. Every buffet line's wet dream. Let's go ahead and give this a big bite. These were heavenly. I hit my goal of crisp and creamy, but I also hit another marker I didn't know I wanted. Chewy. Something about the chew just made this a much more fun experience. This was a real treat. I suggest this stay a treat because I ate 4 of them before I even turned the camera off. See y'all next time.